Hello dear students, welcome you all. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about the working of nuclear forces. Working of nuclear forces, or we can say working of color forces. Right. So we have seen in the quark model that we discussed in the earlier lecture that according to this model, all the hadrons, whether they are baryons or they are mesons, they are made up of quarks, right? A baryon is made up of 3 quarks, whereas a meson is made up of a quark and an anti-quark, right? And these quarks are interacting with each other inside these hadrons, right? We have also learned that these quarks come in 3 colors, 3 different flavors, that is red, green and blue. These are the primary colors that we come across in the visible light, right? So these colors actually has nothing to do with the color charge of the quarks. This color charge of the quark is totally different from the the color that we see in daily life. It has nothing to do with that, right? But it has been made analogous to the color, right? So that's why we are calling it as a color. Now this color charge, either red, green or blue, it is also analogous to the charge in electrodynamics. We know in electrodynamics we have either a positive charge or a negative charge, right? Two possibilities are there. But in case of nuclear forces, when we are talking about the quarks can have a 3 type of color charges, either red, green or blue. Now these are actually basically the quantum properties of these quantum particles, right? And similarly, we know that the anti-quarks, whether it is up, down, charm, strange or bottom, they come in 3 anti-color flavors, that is cyan, magenta or yellow. These are the anti-colors corresponding to these 3 colors. So if I have quarks up, down, charm, strange, top, bottom, then their corresponding anti-quarks, anti-up, anti-down, anti-charm, anti-strange, anti-top and anti-bottom, they can be of these 3 colors, red, green, blue, whereas the anti-quark can come in these 3 flavors. I mean, if I talk about this up quark, right, this up quark particularly, then this up quark can be in these 3 different flavors, right? Similarly, if I talk about this up not quark, then it can be in these 3 flavors. This is the meaning of it, right? Now these quarks join together and they form hadrons. We have seen in the quark model that in case of if I talk about the baryon, right, then baryons has a 3 quark, Q1, second is a Q2 and third is a Q3. These 3 quarks join together to form a baryon, right? I have made these 3 quarks as a red, green and blue, and all these 3 quarks when joined together, the resulting configuration is a colorless or white, we can say. Similarly, when we have a meson, then we will have a quark and corresponding anti-quark, and these 2 quarks and anti-quarks will be of one color and one anti-color. So again, the meson will also be colorless or white, right? So now we will understand how these quarks interact with each other inside the hadrons, right? So to understand this dynamics that we call quantum chromodynamics, let's take the case of a hadron, right? Let this is a hadron, let it is a proton, right? Then inside the proton there will be 3 quarks, 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Right. Now I can give them as names. This is proton, this is up, and down, right? These are 3 different quarks. Now we know very well they will be of this is this one, this color, and this color, right? Now these 3 quarks, up and down, they are present inside the proton. Now these quarks interact with each other, right? I mean, these quarks can, interact in this way, right? So when these 3 quarks interact with each other, they continuously flip their colors. You can say that the green color is changing to red, and then red is changing to blue, and this process is continuously going inside the hadron, and these quarks are changing their colors, and this process is so fast that we can say it takes place nearly with the speed of light, right? And during this process, right, the particle that is exchanged between quarks, that particle is known as a gluon. The particle that exchange, that is known as a gluon. Gluon is the quanta of force that exists between the quarks, right? And due to this exchange of this gluon particle that moves nearly with the speed of light, these quarks are held together inside the hadron. Here in this case we have proton, right? So due to this proton is stable then, right? Now I am showing you how the interaction between the 2 quarks takes place inside the hadron. So for that, again, let's consider, sorry, I have this one quark, let this is another quark, right? Let these are 2 different quarks. So let this quark, this is let this is initially red, right? This has initially color red, right? This is quark 1 and this is quark 2, right? And this quark is initially blue. Right. So now I have 2 quarks. One is carrying red color charge and other is carrying blue color charge. Right. Now when the interaction between these 2 quarks takes place, let we have interaction between these 2 quarks. Right. So when the interaction between these 2 quarks takes place, these quarks, as I told you, they flip their colors, they change their colors, and this change of color is done by the exchange of a particle, and that particle is known as a gluon. So let's make a gluon here. Let this is gluon. Or let's take it off this color. Now you can see here that gluon is interchanged. Now, as I told you that this quark number 1 was initially of a red color, right? So I'm saying it red, and it was initially blue, right? Now when this gluon is emitted from this quark, then let this gluon is carrying charge red, and it will have to carry a anti-color, because now this quark was initially red and this was initially blue, so it is going to change. Red quark is going to become blue and blue quark is going to become red. So it means this gluon has to carry one color and one anti-color. So it is carrying red along with it, right? And it is also carrying anti-blue. Why? Because when this quark will become blue, so it has to compensate with this one, right? And when this anti-blue will reach here, it will annihilate this blue color charge and it will produce red color charge on this quark, right? So it was carrying red and anti-blue. We can say I am writing anti-blue, I am writing blue not, right? So when this gluon is emitted from here and it go toward this side, it is carrying a color and anti-color. It carries that color that was present on this quark, and it carries an anti-color that is going to be on this quark, right? So when this quark emit this gluon, it becomes then blue, right? And when this quark Q2 will receive this gluon, its blue will get cancelled with this anti-blue, so it will become red, right? So now it is blue and it is red. So this is how these two quarks interact with each other, right? They interact with each other due to the exchange of this gluon particle, right? This process is called quantum chromodynamics, and this process is responsible for the strong force between these quarks, right? And it is believed that these gluons moves nearly with the speed of light between the quarks. And when we have three quarks inside a proton, then all these three quarks are interacting with each other due to the exchange of this gluon, right? Gluon, as I told you, it always carry a color and an anti-color, and when it goes from one quark to another quark, it flips the colors, right? So this flip of colors continue, carry on, and the three quarks in case of proton, they always stay together inside the proton, right? I'm now drawing the third quark here. This is the third quark. That was the case of right, Q3. It is Q3, and we have this one, third quark, right? This was again red, blue, and this will be obviously of a green color, right? It is of a green color, right? Because all three quarks inside the proton are of different color. So Now when these three quarks interact with each other, I have gave you the example of two quarks. So when these three quarks interact with each other, they interact with each other due to the exchange of this particle, this gluon, right? I can draw these gluons here also. So you can see here that these three quarks are interacting continuously by the exchange of these three gluons. This is obviously green and it will have a blue, right? It is what? It is green and it will be anti-blue in fact. So you can have in that sense also. So it is red and it is green. So it will either carry red and anti-green, or it will carry green or anti-red. So you can have red here, right? Red here, it is not red. Red here, and it is anti-red. So in this way you can see all these three quarks continue to interact with each other inside the hadron. Particularly in this case, we are taking the case of a proton, right? And due to this, interaction, we are getting the strong force in the nature that we know that it is the strongest force in the nature. Now, if I want to separate these quarks together, then it is not possible to pull apart these quarks. This process is called color confinement, right? Color confinement. So I was saying that if I want to separate these three quarks away from each other, then it is not possible. An isolated quark can never exist in the nature, right? It always exists either in the form of three quarks bonded together each other, or two quarks bonded together with each other. This is called color confinement. One thing that I forgot to tell you, that these color charges, red, green, blue, if the two quarks are having same color, I mean red, red, green, green, then they will repel each other, right? But if the two colors are in such a way that there is one color and one is anti-color, then they are going to strongly attract each other, right? But if we have three quarks and all the three quarks are of different color, red, green, blue, then again they are going to attract each other. But in this case, the attraction will be small as compared to the attraction when we will have one quark and one anti-quark. But when we have two same quark, same color quark, then they will repel each other, right? So now I was saying about the color confinement. Suppose I want to pull this quark away from this bond, right? So let's suppose that these three quarks are present in the inside the proton that is shown here, and I want to pull apart one quark from this combination. Then for it, first of all, now you can see here these three quarks are present inside the proton. You can see from here that these are present inside and I was saying that I want to pull apart this quark, right? So when you will try to pull this quark away from here, right? If you want to take it out, right? Sorry. If you want to take this quark, it is not working. Sorry for it. So if you want to take this quark toward this side by applying some force, right? Then, these two bonds, this one and this one, they will start behaving like a elastic string. They will start pulling this quark back toward these two quarks, right? This is the force that I was talking about. This is the strong force, right? That is responsible for this bond. If I have to remove this quark permanently from here, then I have to apply a huge amount of force. And suppose by applying a huge amount of force, I am able to remove this quark. It was up quark, right? I can write it was up and down, right? It is the case of a proton, right? Now suppose by applying a huge amount of force, I removed this quark, and it comes here, right? Then what will happen? These two bonds will be broken, right? So when I removed this quark by applying huge amount of force to break these bonds, right? Then due to the breakage of these bonds, huge amount of energy will be released, and that energy will be converted into matter, and you will get a new pair of quark and anti-quark, right? You can see here. You will get here quark and anti-quark, a pair of quark and anti-quark. So this will be quark and this will be anti-quark, right? This is quark and this is anti-quark. And in this particular case, it is up and it is up not. So what I said that by applying a huge amount of force, I was able to pull this up quark out from this bond by breaking these two bonds, this and this one, right? But when these bonds are broken, huge amount of energy is released, and that energy is converted into matter, and that lead to the formation of a pair of up and anti-up quark. But still we are not able to get up quark separated, right? We are getting a pair of up and anti-up quark. So this process, due to which we are unable to get a single isolated quark, whether it is up quark, down quark, or a charm strange any quark. This is called color confinement. Means we can't observe single quark isolated in the nature. It always comes either in the form of a quark and anti-quark, or in the form of three quarks joined together. So this process that I talk about here, that I told you that it is called color confinement, right? This process is responsible for holding all the matter together inside the in the universe, right? Sorry. Now I think that the thing is very clear how the gluons are exchanged between the quarks, how they bond the different quarks together inside the hadron. This was the case of a proton. You can take the case of a meson also, right? You will have only two quarks, one quark and one anti-quark, right? For meson, it will be quark like up, down not, or up, up not. You can take any combination, up, down, up, strange not, right? In that way. So again, you will have a combination of two quarks. So this is all about the working of these strong forces and color confinement. That is very, very important. And how the single quark can't be created in the universe, right? So this is all about it. Thank you very much.